What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? I feel like it's been a while since I talked to y'all. What's up, Ali? What's up, The King? What's up, Gas Station Candy? Good to see everyone. Thank y'all for joining me here. It's been 5 years on this channel. Can you guys believe that? I uploaded my first video 5 years ago today. It's crazy. It's 2020. So we're going to talk about the channel. We're going to look back on what we've accomplished these last 5 years. I'm going to talk about PaisanCon, what happened when I went there. And I have a big announcement to make. So I got a lot of cool stuff going on today. So I'm doing quite well, Ali. Thank you. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this stream for a while now. So that's really cool. What's up, Knight? What's up, Jay Miller? What's up, Ryan? We'll save the announcement for a little bit. We'll build up to that announcement for a little bit. Since COVID, I have no concept of time. I feel that, dude. During COVID, I was like, it felt like a million years passed, and it also felt like no time at all. Like, it felt so long while we were in lockdown and stuff like that. But then once it's over, it's like, oh, nothing happened these last, year or two or however long it was. And I have a hard time like remembering stuff that happened during that time. Yo, it's Kino Moltisanti. Hey, it's Nico. Nico, how you doing? Oh man, that's awesome. Cool. So, 5 years ago, we started the channel. The first video that we ever did was, in fact, maybe I'll even pull up the channel here just so you guys can see. Let me go to my channel. Go to the browser. Oh, wrong one. How do I change this? Do I have to swap? I gotta swap this stupid thing, huh? Okay, we have it here. Let me adjust this a little bit. You guys can see more. Okay, we have here the start of my channel. This is the first video I uploaded. It says 4 years ago, but it was 5. You guys can see right here. It's May 24th, 2020. So literally 5 years ago to this day. Let me move this a little bit. It's a review of the 1946 The Killers movie. I thought my original plan was to review old classic films, but of course, right around Christmas in 2020, I uploaded this "Who is Dicky Moltisanti" video. The movie was coming out. It was supposed to come out in like March. And I thought, hey, we'll upload a video about Dicky Moltisanti because not a lot of people will know kind of who he is. And that blew up, obviously, and that I was like, oh my god, I gotta keep making more Sopranos content. Then I did the most important episode, which is still my most popular video to this day. Although I'm very happy that this Hank video has become the second place because as you see here, my most popular shit is all Sopranos content, right? Like, you had to scroll down pretty far. The Generation Kill. This is the first video that's not Sopranos related that did really well. Besides the Hank one. So I was happy that at least a Breaking Bad video is in the top 5 here. And we got The Wire, of course. That one did well, but yeah, it's mostly Sopranos stuff on this channel, which I'm happy with too. But it is what it is. That Public Enemy video is one of my favorites. Oh, thank you, Absurd. Absurd Existence is here. That's awesome. Mr. Kino, I don't think I ever asked you, what's your opinion on Talking Sopranos? I've said this before. I liked the interview sections of Talking Sopranos. I thought those were pretty good. I wasn't a huge fan of the recap itself, like the episode recaps. I didn't think that was really well done. And of course, you could say the same thing about my Soprano logs, right? It's the same shit, but at least mine wasn't stretched out over 2 hours, Like at least I'll say that. But the interviews were good, and I'm glad it existed. I liked the interviews. Kino, would you rather be an actor on The Wire or The Sopranos? The Sopranos for sure. I don't really want to be an actor per se. I'd love to be a background actor. That'd be cool. But I don't. Being an actor, that doesn't sound like something that would appeal to me. That Public Enemy video, by the way, that's the first time I referenced The Sopranos. I talked about that scene where he's watching the Public Enemy in The Sopranos. Maybe I'll even pull it up here. Scrubbing through. Oh, right here. Okay, hang on. Movie so much.
Public Enemy. This is a great movie.
For a class just finished.
Yeah, that's literally the first time I used The Sopranos in a video, so that was kind of like a precursor to all my Sopranos stuff. Ancient Romans had a word for him, varsity athlete. Happy 5th anniversary, Pure Kino. Thank you. Kino is a nickname. The family name is Kinorelli. Exactly. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Paisan Con. So I attended that a couple weeks ago now, at the beginning of May. If you guys don't, I have a video on my second channel, Kino Studios, a vlog I did there. But it was a really cool event. I got to go meet a bunch of the Sopranos actors. In fact, let me show you. Because I have a funny story about one of them. Let me pull it up here. Too big. Sorry, let me shrink this down. Hey, here we go. There's me and old Johnny Sack. You guys can see that, right? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Yeah, so I went to Sopranos. I went to Paisan Con, which had a bunch of the Sopranos actors there. They were there primarily to sign autographs and take pictures for money, which I was like, I get it, it's fine. But I got to go there. I helped set up the event, which is really cool. I like being behind the scenes. Like, it's cool to be like, I got to go behind the stage and stuff like that, and I got to interview a few of the Sopranos actors. Not as many as I was originally hoping to interview. So what happened was when I got invited to go to the thing, I just asked if I could attend, by the way. And then the guy running that, Nicky Petito, he's like a comedian. He asked me if I'd like to interview some of the actors, and I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then when he finally told me who I was interviewing, he gave me a huge list. And that's the list you guys saw that I posted on Discord and I posted on YouTube asking for questions. It was a bunch of people. It was Jackie Jr. and Eugene Pontecorvo and Agent Harris and all these other guys. But the event everything ran so late that we just didn't get to do a lot of the interviews. It was all scheduled for certain time slots, and everything kept running later and later and later. So I didn't get to interview Agent Harris, which I was super disappointed about. Didn't get to interview Jackie Jr., although I did get to meet him. The people I did get to interview were Bert Gervasi, Fat Dom Gamiello, Gigi Sesto, and I interviewed him. Skip Lipari. I interviewed Skip Lipari, and I got some. It was honestly cool because there was some funny stories about some of these guys I got to interact with, like what's his name, Bert Artie Pasquale. He got there like super early, and he was just kind of sitting around, and I actually just sat down with him. We just started chatting about stuff, and it was pretty cool. I was just like, oh, I was sitting here next to Bert. I got to chat with him and just shoot the shit for a while. Then when I was getting ready to interview Agent Skip Lipari, I was interviewing both him and this director who's named Don Capria. They had done a movie together called Director's Cut. It's a horror movie. It's literally it sounds like something Christopher would pitch. It's like Saw, but instead of Jigsaw, it's like a director who is like doing some kind of like Saw type horror thing against this band. So it's anyway, they're doing a movie together, and that's why they're being interviewed together. And I was kind of interviewing them, and I was busting the director Don Capria's balls behind the set, like all like the whole time we were talking, because Louis Lombardi, the guy who plays Skip Lipari, was wearing a sweater for the or a hoodie with director's cut on it, because he's trying to promote the movie. But Don was wearing a Lost Boys t-shirt. You guys know the vampire movie Lost Boys, and I just kept busting his balls behind the set when we were getting, because you got to stand off stage and then they introduce you or whatever. So we were standing there for a few minutes, and I was just busting his balls. I was making Louis laugh so hard at the guy. It was a funny, because it was funny to joke around with these guys, and I'm like, oh, they're just people, which is really cool. I went to the green room because they had a green room for the actors. And because I was trying to get a tissue for Louis. He wanted a tissue. So I was like, oh, I'll go grab it for you. And I go in there, and Al Sapienza, who plays Mikey Palmise, and the female boss, Annalisa Zucca, you guys remember from Commendatore, the hot lady? They were in there together talking just by themselves. So I just walk in and I was like, oh, I'm in the same room as these two. That's cool. I didn't interact with them because the whole time I'm like, I don't want to approach these guys because they're kind of like on defensive because there's a bunch of fanboys everywhere. So I was like, I'm not gonna approach people unless I have to. So, but it was just cool. I was like, oh, they're just sitting there talking, and I'm in the same room with them. That's pretty cool. I was supposed to interview Al Sapienza, Mikey, but he decided he wanted to sing instead of being interviewed because he's in a musical with some other actresses. So they did this like big musical number, which is pretty cool. They're good singers. They sang the hits. So didn't get to interview him. Okay, let's. Are you digitized for $5? You know who wears a hat? Borko. That's who we're dealing with. You want me to wear a hat? I know the Mad Men quote. Nice Mad Men quote there. We don't get enough of those around here. It's all Sopranos around here, not enough Mad Men. But thank you, Are You Digitized? I appreciate that. Okay, but let me tell my Vincent Curatola story right now, because this one was kind of crazy. So, when we get there, like I told you guys, I don't want to approach these actors because one, they're all kind of defensive because they're like, they're at a convention and they all these rabid fucking Goomba fanboys are there, be like, say the line, or whatever. So I was like, look, I don't want to approach these guys. They're doing their thing. I'm not gonna bother them. That's just who I am. I'm not like that. So. But my wife, I was talking to my wife or texting my wife on the phone. And I was like, oh, there's Johnny Sack over there. And she's like, you should go say hi to him. And I was like, oh, I don't want to. One, because of what I just said, but also two, because if you guys have seen interviews with Vincent Curatola, he's a little cranky. He's a little bit of a scary guy. And I was like, I don't want to approach him. I don't want to I don't want him to yell at me or anything. So, but she's like, come on, this is probably the only time you're ever going to get to see him ever. So just do it. And I was like, all right, fine. So I went over and I introduced myself. I was like, hi, I'm Kino. And I if you guys remember, he did a cameo for me for when I hit 100K. You guys remember I had a bunch of the actors do cameos for me. And I was like, I just used that to say, I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but you did a cameo for me and I really appreciate it. And he's like, is that still up? And I was like, oh, what do you mean? Like on YouTube? I was like, yeah, it's still, it's a video I uploaded to my channel. And I'll never forget what he said to me. He said, you think that's a good idea? And I was like, I was kind of taken aback. I was like, oh, do you want me to take it down? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then he just turns away and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, what an asshole. Never meet your heroes. And I was telling someone else who was there about this, and he's like, "Oh, you don't have to take it down. He's never gonna know." And I was like, I'll take it down if he doesn't want it up, I'll take it down. Like you can't claim to be a fan of someone and like respect them and stuff, and then not like honor their wishes. So I was like, even though I spent like $100 on your fucking cameo here, if you don't want it up, I'll take it down. And I was really bummed out after that. I was like, I was honestly, that was at the beginning of the convention, and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. This sucks. I don't want to do this. I want to go home. But then later on, okay, but that's not where the story ends, guys. That's not where the story ends. Don't worry. Later on, I'm trying to go find Louis, Agent Skip Lipari, because I had to get him to take it backstage for the interview. And Vincent Gertola sees me, and he fucking like beckons me over to him. Not like Carmelo, but he's like, "Hey, come over here." And I was scared. I was like, "Dude, what the fuck does this guy want with me again? Like, is he gonna yell at me even more?" And he's like, "Hey, it was a mistake. You're not an influencer, are you?" And I was like, "Well, I'm a YouTuber, but apparently what happened was he thought I was someone else." I guess there was some influencer he was having some kind of beef with. And he's like, hey, no, you're a good guy. Don't worry about it. You can keep the video up. Let's take a selfie. And he charges for fucking selfies. Okay, here. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it was going around the Reddit, and it's a TikTok. This guy was TikToking himself, and he's like showing Johnny Sack behind him. And he's like, hey, look, it's Johnny Sack. And then Johnny Sack's like, hey, buddy. No. Don't do that. If you want a selfie, you gotta pay for it. But it's a TikTok that was going around on Reddit. So anyway, that's who we're dealing with here. That's Vincent Curatola. But anyway, he's like, hey, let's take a selfie together. He didn't charge me for it, so that's nice. So I'm really happy that ended the way it did, because honestly, dude, I was like so bummed out going through that. But luckily, I got to meet the guy, took a selfie together. That was fun. The rest of the event was fun. New Jersey. I got to hang out with one of my subscribers, Lobster Magnet, who, if you guys saw the vlog, he helped me film some stuff. He's a cool guy. We went to Holston's together. We drove around. He drove me to the event. And I got to meet one of my subscribers at the event. There's a guy there with his wife, and he's like, hey man, I watch your videos to fall asleep all the time. And I was like, that's cool. I do that too with other YouTubers. Hey, Lobster Magnet's here. Hey man, how's it going? But I got to meet one of my subscribers who was there with his wife, and I was joking I was joking with his wife about like, do you really love The Sopranos, or does your husband here like it and he just makes you watch it? And she's like, he just makes me watch it. And I was like, I completely understand that because my wife is the same way. She didn't love uh, she doesn't love The Sopranos, but she tolerates it because I love it. So um, we did not order the onion rings. I forgot to order them. It was breakfast time. We went right when they opened. Me and Lobster, though, we both agree that like they're not the best onion rings ever. They're actually the food's just okay there at Holston's. Like it's not that great. You go because it's like, oh, it's the Sopranos, but you can tell the staff there fucking hate the Sopranos. Like, because everyone goes in there to take pictures and stuff. And hey, Lobster, do you agree with me? Our waitress, do you remember that waitress who served us? She was like fucking rude. Not, she didn't say anything rude, but you could tell she was just like, "What do you want?" Throw the food down the table, walk away. Um, I can tell they're over Sopranos fans coming in there. But it was great hanging out with you, man. I had a lot of fun doing that. Holston's is the final scene in the final episode, where they're at the diner and it cuts to black. That's Holston's. Who's your favorite Mad Men character? Mine's Pete. Damn, your favorite's Pete. You're a contrarian there. Probably Dawn. Like I don't know if that's basic, but it's Dawn. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it gets old for the Holstons crowd, but it's still worth the experience. We got to meet this cool German couple they flew all the way from fucking Germany to go to Sopranos locations in New Jersey. They went there. I told them about the Paisan Con, which was happening the same day. So it was cool. It was a cool event. I also got to meet. Do you guys remember Carlo Rizzi from The Godfather? Like the old fucking movie from the set, like Godfather. The one who beats up the sister Connie. I got to meet him, and I helped him plug in something for his booth, and he was like, "Oh, you're a nice young man." So I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I didn't even know it was Carlo Rizzi because he's really old now. But that was cool. It's time to answer for Kino, Carlo. Oh, yeah. Carlo Rizzi, yep. Should we make the announcement? I feel like I should just make the announcement right now. Okay. Announcement time, everyone. So, I've got a big personal announcement to make. I tend to keep my private life kind of to myself on this one, but it's such a big monumental change for me that I have to share with you guys because it's gonna affect the channel, it's gonna affect everything, and I feel like I need to share it with you guys. So there is going to be a new member of the Kino family around here pretty soon. I am going to be having a baby. That is the big announcement. We're welcoming baby Kino into the world. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this. It's something we've been planning for a long time now, and I know most people are kind of like, "Oh my god, I'm so scared going into this," but I'm like, no. It's I'm looking forward to it. So Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Yeah, gonna be welcoming baby Kino in August. So here's where it affects you guys. I don't know how things are gonna go starting in August. Obviously, things are still progressing along as they always are. There's going to be a video out on Monday. It's a big pussy video, by the way. I'm finally getting around to doing a video on big pussy. So there will be, obviously there's going to be content coming around until we get to August. Once that happens, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't have any plans to stop the channel. Don't get me wrong, but you know, with a baby, I don't know if things are going to be crazy or not. This is obviously my first time dealing with this. So, I don't know if I'm going to be like just so exhausted I won't be able to do anything for like a couple of months. I don't know if it'll be like, oh, we hit a routine pretty quickly and I'll be able to kind of work on content and stuff while the baby's napping and stuff like that. I don't know. If any of you are parents, maybe give me some advice here. I don't. I could use the advice. But like I said, there's no plans to stop the channel or anything like that. There's no plan. But if there's an extended break in August, I need to tell you guys this so you understand. I'm not dead. Hopefully I'm not. But I'm not going anywhere. But it's just possible that it's like, oh, no time to work on videos for a little while because the baby's gonna be around. So yeah, I expect the sleepless nights for sure. But yeah, I appreciate all the support, guys. I'm excited. Excited to be a daddy. I have 3 kids. The first few months are rough as fuck, and you barely get any sleep. All right, well, we'll deal with that for sure. Yeah, sleepless nights. I'm expecting that. But I'm also expecting that, like, you know, I mean, I guess it depends how tired I am, but I'm expecting that, like, oh, the baby goes down for a nap. I can work on something for a little bit, then the baby will wake up. I can, you know, take care of that, then go back to work. So hopefully it's not too disruptive for the channel, but we'll have to see. I don't know whether I will get the Mad Men video done before the baby comes. We will see. I'm still going to continue to work on it, but I've been wanting to kind of alternate between Mad Men videos and my regular videos that I usually make. But that's kind of extended out the project, so we'll see if I get this Mad Men video done this year, but we're making progress. I'm starting work on the next section, which is going to be about Pete. So hopefully that's coming. Now, what else do we have to talk about? I feel like there was another big announcement I was going to make. Talked about PaisanCon, talked about that. I guess I forgot it. But anyway, yeah, that's my big announcement for right now. And it's an exciting time because, like I said, been doing this for 5 years with you guys. I've been enjoying hanging out with you, and you guys have been very supportive of the videos and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm happy to share that news with all of you. You're all my family now. But as a real fan, I'm expecting not many videos when a baby comes. So I'm happy for you. It's truly the greatest thing in the world to have kids. It makes me a better man, a better person. I think so. Like I said, I'm happy about it. Worst comes to worst, if I'm like too tired to write and edit videos, we'll do live streams and stuff like that during that time. So Even if I'm like just, you guys might see me just like sleep deprived here, but we can still shoot the shit, and you guys can ask me all the questions you want about fatherhood. Hey, Catch Bum Kino, congrats. We're expecting our. Oh, that's awesome! Congrats to you, dude. Oh man, everyone's having a baby. There's a. I don't know who, if you guys are fans of CGP Grey, but he has a podcast called Cortex, and one of the co-hosts of that, I listen to that podcast because it's one of the few podcasts that is about content creators. Like it's about like how content creators kind of should manage their work. So I listen to that podcast. And his co-host Mike Hurley's having a baby, and I noticed, I was like, oh, that's cool, we're having a baby at the same time. Couch Bum's having a baby too, that's cool. Yeah, it feels like it's baby season right now. God bless and a salud. Thank you, everyone, I really appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's just kind of business as usual right now. Like I said, next on Monday, which is Memorial Day, there's going to be a video about Big Pussy coming out. So you guys can definitely check that out. I know everyone loves Big Pussy. Then afterwards, there's going to be a video on Pete, on Mad Men. And then from there, we'll kind of see what happens. For those of you who follow my new podcast, Serialized, that just kind of wrapped up. I covered the entirety of Sopranos, all 7 seasons of the show, with Stephanie from Sopranos Blueprint, which is really cool. I'm planning on starting The Wire soon on that. I'm setting up guests for that. It's a little tricky because there's like timing and all this kind of stuff, but those episodes covering The Wire will be coming soon. I just kind of set it up. We'll be doing more stuff on that podcast for sure. So expect more podcast episodes coming. Yeah, it's a cool podcast, man. It's like, because it's like very few people like talk about like what it means to be a content creator, and not a lot. If you're not a content creator, you're probably not that interested in that kind of stuff. But obviously, you and me both are, Couch. So yeah, it's appealing. What else have I been working on lately? I'm planning on doing a video on Low Winter Sun. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that show on AMC. I'm sure some of you have, because it always aired after Breaking Bad, but I recently finished watching it, and I'm like, I'm going to make a video on it, because it's an interesting story, that show. Will you be releasing any interview content from Pizzone? I did. It's on my second channel. Let me share that link. Okay, I just shared the link. So if you it's on there. All the full interviews are on there. Bert and Fat Dom Gamiello, Agent Lapari, and Gigi Sestone. Those are the 3 I interviewed. It was cool, man. I had a lot of fun doing that. But I was like, I'm glad I got this done now, because I don't I learned something, which is I don't really want to interact with the actors anymore. Obviously the Johnny Sack thing ended up working out, but I learned that I don't want to be friends with the actors. I don't want to talk with the actors, because I was like, man, this Johnny Sack experience might like it might be hard for me to watch his scenes after that because I'm like, it's like Steve Shrippa. You know how he's always complaining about guys motherfucking him or high handing him. I was like, yeah, this kind of sucks. I don't want to watch this anymore. So I like these guys to be a piece of art for me, right? Like I don't want to know them. I don't want to interact with them. They did their thing on the show, and I did my thing. I do my thing on this channel, but yeah, it's too it complicates things too much for me to try to have like because I wanted to, like I wanted to interact with these guys and interview them and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just like, eh. The Sopranos should just be a piece of art to me. The Wire should just be a piece of art. I don't want to interact with the guys who are on that show. Would I like to talk with the writers? Yes, I would, because they're the ones who are kind of like driving the creativity of the show. The actors bring a lot too, don't get me wrong, but I don't really want to pursue interviews with actors that much anymore. If it happens, it happens. But other than that, I'm just like, eh. It should just be a piece of art. But overall, it was a cool experience. Like the guy running the thing, Nicky Petito, is a great guy. I got to meet a lot of fun people there. Like not just the actors, but like the staff and stuff were super nice. New Jersey was super nice. I love New Jersey. Although fucking Newark Airport was scaring me to death because it was right. They were having all these issues when I was trying to fly out. So I was like, fuck this. I'm flying out of New York. I'm sorry, Newark. You don't have the makings of a varsity airport. All the radar kept going down. There's one runway. There was delays. And I was like, fuck this. Going to New York. I'm originally from New York. I met Tony Sirico so many times. Yeah. I'm sure he was a great guy. A lot of these guys were great guys. Don't get me wrong. It's just for me. It's like if I had a bad experience with one of those guys, I would it would hurt my relationship with this show. I couldn't appreciate the show if these guys were assholes to me personally. It was cool though because I was like I got to just chat with them. Like I said, when I was on the set with or when I was behind the set with Skip Lipari, we were busting his friend's balls the whole time. He was laughing, and I was like, "That's cool. I'm making him laugh." I met Jackie Jr. Fuck, what's his name? His real name. I'm blanking on it. Jason Serbone. That's his name. And I remember when I was talking, I talked to Jason for a minute, and I was like, I was looking for John Fiore, the guy who plays Gigi Seston, because I'm the guy who's supposed to grab them and bring them to the stage for the interview. And I was like, hey Jason, have you seen John? And he's like, oh no, I don't know where he's at right now. And I was like, oh, I'm calling him Jason. I'm calling Gigi Seston by his first fucking name, I'm calling him John. So I was like, "This cool." There's this level of like, oh, they're just people, and I'm just interacting with them. It was kind of surreal. But like I said, I'm very happy I did it, but I don't think I'm gonna be trying to do it again. Cairo, you can go rewind if you want, I guess, to when I talked about that story. But essentially, there was a misunderstanding between me and Vincent Curtola that honestly kind of hurt my hurt my feelings for a minute. But it ended up working out okay. But yeah, just go rewind the video to when you see Vincent Curtola's face on the screen, because I took a selfie with him. So when you find that, you'll hear the story. Oh yeah, I heard Borko ban you from his server. Miko Lash. What were you doing? Are you being obnoxious to Borko and making my viewers look like animals? Um I don't know, dude. Do you really care about the server that much? It was probably one of his mods or something. I doubt Borko banned you himself. He's too busy, okay? Borko's rebuilding his channel, all right? You know? You never discuss Kino and Borko's server ever. That's not true. I'm welcome over there, you guys. If I post on something, everyone's gonna be like, hey, what's up, Kino? There's a quote that said, try not to see your heroes in real life, for sure. And don't, like I said, everyone I met was great. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, I don't personally want to deal with this anymore. So I'm just gonna stay in my lane as a guy in a chit chat room, giggling like a little schoolgirl. I'm gonna stick in this realm, okay? Borko is the boss of this family. Yeah. I mean, I'd say I'm more like the street boss of Sopranos YouTube, but Borko's like the old man up in Springfield. The family still bears his name, but I'm running shit on the street right now. I'm just kidding. I love Borko. I'm just kidding, guys. Borko's my friend. Lincoln Log Mukbang when? Oh god. You want to see me jump in my pool? I have a pool. You want to see me go in there? I know you just a fan. Sorry, all of us. I don't know what that means. What would Tony say about the Johnny Sacks situation? You know what I fucking should have said to Vincent Curatola? He's like, when he said to me, "You think that's a good idea?" If I had any balls, you know what I would have said? I should have said, "You want a bad idea? I'll give you a bad idea. Go fuck yourself. You and Phil and whoever else." I should have fucking said that to him. If I had balls, that's what I would have fucking said. Okay? You're a Captain Kino when we say you're a captain. And I'll turn up my hearing aid so I don't miss it. Yeah, I'll give you undignified Vincent. Go fuck yourself. I'm not taking down my fucking thing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't whack me. No, like I said, it was fine, dude. Like Vincent Curtola's cool. It was a misunderstanding. Vincent Curtola was very nice to me after that. It was just like, oh man, if it didn't happen, like if we didn't squash the beef after that, I would have been like, oh shit, Vincent Curtola. He scares me. He's intimidating. You know, he asked me, by the way, he asked me how to start a YouTube channel. He's like, "Oh, so you're a YouTuber? How do you do that?" And I was like, "How do you start a YouTube channel? You just, you know, sign up and start it." And he's like, "Yeah, you don't have to do anything else." I was like, "Yeah, no, you just upload videos." So I was like, "What kind of videos do you want to make?" And he's like, "Oh, little videos saying hi and stuff like that." Like, I think he wants to start a Vincent Curtola YouTube page. And he's like, I was like, "Yeah, just sign up. You go to YouTube.com, sign up for your account, and then just start uploading. It's simple." So, I'm an animator and I'm tempted every day to reanimate Sopranos scenes with Smash Bros characters. Dude, do it. You should fucking do that. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Pertinac's videos where he does the Sopranos in Skyrim or the Sopranos in Mario Kart and stuff like that. Those are really good. Um, you could do King DDD as Tony Soprano. That'd be kind of good because he's kind of fat. You could do um, you could do Falco as Christopher because he's got the beak. You could do um, I think Ganon kind of looks like Paulie with the hair. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm thinking about that wrong. I don't know. There's a bunch you could do. You gotta cut him some slack though. Actors must deal with a lot of shit, or a remark like that would have probably really tipped him over the edge. Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't have said that, dude. I don't have balls to say that to Vincent Curatola. I was a meek little like guy there. I was like, okay, Mr. Curatola, whatever you say, thank you. I total pussy, for sure. I hate to admit it, but I'm considering changing families to Sirius since Borko became a guest of the home box office. Sirius doesn't know who you are, Pickle Jar. You could tell him. uh, I went on the Sopranos bus tour in 2001 and met Vito selling merch out of the trunk of his car. Got a picture with him for free. Oh, really? He charges for fucking pictures. You know that, right? He is like the worst one when it comes to fucking selling merchandise and shit. And selling selfies. Who's your top 5 characters in TV history? Don Draper, number 1. Tony Soprano, number 2. Yes, in that order. Bunny Colvin, number 3 from The Wire. I love Bunny Colvin. Probably Walter White. Probably Saul Goodman, I guess. I haven't thought about it that deeply. Oh, Tony is Bowser. That'd be good. Johnny Sack is Meowth. I don't know about that. I made an edit of Tony deathing AJ in Smash instead of playing Mario Kart Season 1. Is that on your channel? Wikipedia Brown? That sounds funny. Yeah, for sure. For sure I made a good... I mean, for sure he realized his mistake and I appreciate him doing that. It was really cool of him. I mean, guy, there's no way. I'm just joking when I say I would have told him to go fuck himself. Like, there's no way I have the balls to do that. Like, that ain't in me. It's like it's like Cuddy says, the game ain't in me no more. Although, I will say I'm working on becoming more of a tough guy. I signed up for my first Muay Thai class next week, so I'm gonna go learn how to kickbox next week. So, wish me luck. Next year I'll be able to whoop some fucking ass. Kino, I've seen Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I finished The Sopranos a month ago. So what should I watch next? Boardwalk Empire or Mad Men? Here's how to decide between those two shows. Do you like Sopranos for the rich characterization and writing? You go watch Mad Men. Do you like Sopranos for the gangsters? Go watch Boardwalk Empire. One of those two shows will satisfy you, depending on what kind of fan you are of the show. So Boardwalk Empire or Mad Men would be my recommendation. Have you seen any of the Sopranos session interview things on YouTube? I saw one with Pussy, Johnny Sack, Furio eating in a restaurant, and it was pretty good conversation. I'm sure it was. I don't know if I've watched it per se, but the Sopranos sessions, you're talking about this guy, right? Alan Sepinwall and Matt Zoller Zeist. Alan Sepinwall is like one of the best reviewers of The Sopranos. This book is kind of like my Soprano log series, but like actually well written. So, yeah, Alan. I'd love to talk with Alan Sepinwall. I'd love to get him on my podcast. That'd be cool. I want to have you on Couch Bum Kino too, to talk about cinematography in The Sopranos, because I've seen your videos, and you're like a film like cinema guy, right? Like you know about like shots and stuff like that. I'm woefully under, like I don't know about that kind of stuff. So I'd love to have you on a podcast to talk about that. Not immediately because we just finished The Sopranos, but let me get The Wire done, and then we'll circle back and we'll talk about like cinematography in The Sopranos. We can chat about the infamous wipe with Carmela. That you know you did a video on that transition, I remember. So we'll talk about cinema in The Sopranos. That'd be cool. Hey Kino, big announcement today. You missed it, Ori. Sorry. Don't no one tell Ori what the announcement was, okay? Don't post it in chat right now. He missed it. He doesn't get to hear what the announcement was. Okay? Sorry, Ori, you're going to be out of the loop. And it was a big announcement too. Oh fuck, you spoiled it, Nico. I'm getting made. All right? They told me to put on my best suit and shine my shoes. And I sat on one ass cheek the whole way over. Now, Ori, I'm just joking. I'm about to be a daddy. That's what the announcement is. I'm about to be a daddy. There's going to be a baby Kino coming. Thank you, Mr. Grims. I suppose I could say it again just because there's probably people who weren't here when I did it earlier. So, yes, there's going to be a baby Kino into the world, and we're very happy. A heir apparent, yes. Bona Fortuna, Kino. Greetings from Ireland. Thank you, David. Always great to have David here. Always great to have the Irish represented. Salute Kino from the UK. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. We got one guy from Ireland, and we got one guy from the UK. We're about to have a war here. I'm just kidding. Everyone gets along now, right? All right? The world's at peace right now, right? We can all just, like the Reverend Rodney King Jr. says, why can't we all just get along? Hey, Kino, I watched Barry since the last live stream. Have you watched it? No, I have not. I've seen the first season, okay? I didn't love it. I'll check out The Shield one day. I will check out The Shield one day. I'm gonna do a deep dive into FX shows one day. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Bone Fortuna. Are you trying to insult me, Mr. Grims? You think I can't run my business, huh? What does he call him? Creeping around here like a dentist on ether. Jip Rossetti was such a funny guy. Are you planning on doing more Boardwalk Empire videos? I will do one video on Boardwalk Empire. A breadstick and a bow tie, that's the other thing. I will do a video on Boardwalk Empire one day. I'm not going to do a whole series thing like I do with Mad Men. Okay, so I just laid down the dichotomy between Boardwalk fans and Mad Men fans. I'm a Mad Men fan. I lean towards Mad Men and not Boardwalk. I like Boardwalk, don't get me wrong. I will do a video covering Boardwalk, but it will be one of my like 10, 15-minute retrospectives, not the 4-hour one that I did for The Wire. Have you seen the theory that said Carmella and AJ will die in the end, but Tony and Meta will witness this? I don't see why they would have to. I mean, the guy got a perfectly clear shot at Tony. He doesn't need to shoot the other ones. I'm a full-time editor in my day job. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah, so you know what you're talking about. Yeah, we'll set that up one day. Didn't hear the announcement earlier. Congratulations. Okay, thank you, David. I hope your child will not be like AJ. Well, I'm not going to be like Tony Soprano, so I don't think my kid will hopefully be as spoiled as Tony's kids were. We love the English. We're all friends now. Okay, that's good. Who would win, Tony Soprano or Mr. Blonde? In a fight? I'd probably give it to Tony. I don't know if we ever saw Mr. Blonde. Oh, I guess Mr. Blonde wrestled the son in The Office. But it kind of looked like the son was winning. I'd give it to Tony. Since we're talking about geography, there's a subtle joke of Martina telling Benny he'd be the tallest guy in Montenegro since the average male height is almost 6'1". But how tall is Benny? Benny's shorter than that, I think. I think Benny's probably like 5'8" or 5'9". Sopranos, Mad Men, Breaking Bad, Boardwalk Empire, and Oz. Yeah, those are all great shows. The implication is that she's clearly lying. I guess. I guess that makes sense. How about that Animal Blundetto versus Mr. Pink? Oh, that's hard since they're the same actor. I'd probably say Tony Blundetto. Tony was able to defeat Mr. Kim with his karate, with his Korean karate. Yeah, I probably give it to Tony Blundetto. Oh, you know what I forgot to do too? That's what I was forgetting to do. So I announced that I'm having a kid. I am going to shill myself for a minute here. If you guys don't you feel free to ignore this, but if any of you would like to support me having the baby, I'm just gonna post this link here. It's Buy Me a Coffee. It's like just a donation place. It's like one-time donations. If anyone wants to help with the diaper fund, you can do that here. Patreon is like for like recurring subscribers, so I don't want people to sign up there for that. But if anyone feels like donating, they can, but you don't have to. Don't feel like anyone needs to. But I'm just gonna post that link there if anyone wants to do so. It's funny on that Buy Me a Coffee thing. You can select what you can set it up how it's like instead of Buy Me a Coffee, you can change the coffee part to whatever you want. You can buy me, you know, a dinner, buy me a steak, whatever you want it to say. And I put buy me a diaper. So if anyone wants to buy baby Kino some diapers, feel free to do so there. The Vile Eye made me want to watch more movies. You mean the YouTube channel, The Vile Eye? His Analyzing Evil series? He's a good YouTuber. He does a lot of good... he's covered The Sopranos, too. He did a video on Tony Soprano. Yeah, he's a good... he makes a lot of good content. Tony B, I just found his character pointless. I don't think he's pointless. I think he's instrumental in setting up the season 5 conflict. The problem is that his storyline does not pay off that storyline does not pay off in season 5, right? The conflict between New York and New Jersey pays off in season 6. So that's really the difficult part. But I think, and like I said, I mean, I talked about this in the Tony Blendetto video, but like, they just kind of messed up his character arc in the show, which is why people don't really like him. But overall, I mean, I still think like he's an enjoyable part of the show. He's funny. It's just they just kind of wrote themselves into a corner with him. But I like Tony Blendetto. I don't hate him. I also don't think season 5 is the worst season of the show. I think season 1 is the worst season of the show. I like a lot of season 5. Season 4 is my favorite season. Season 4 is probably the best season of the show overall in terms of writing. I would agree with that. I know you're not an anime fan, so me too, but I think you'll like this anime Monster. It's talk about a doctor who gets a lot of trouble, and the anime has a lot of psychological matters and symbols. Alright, well, I'll check it out. Let me type it in. Mont. I'm just looking it up online right now. All right. Maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. I think Steve Buscemi did a good job despite how they wrote him into a corner. I mean, he's a great actor, right? For sure. Season is very fun, but a little too sitcom-y and cartoony. I don't know about that. I don't think it's any more sitcom-y and cartoony than any other season of the show. I think season 1 is way more cartoony than season 5. Where was the filming location of Chris's rehab? I saw you visited. It was right next to where the convention was. So the convention was at the Williams Center in East Rutherford. And literally like right across the street up a fucking steep hill that I had to walk up. That's the rehab center. So that's why I finished in the video, is at the rehab center. Kino, can you make an inconvenient YouTuber disappear? Who? What YouTuber do you want me to disappear? What is this, like The Godfather, and you're asking me to do a hit for you on the day of my daughter's wedding? Seen any flying saucers? Oh yeah, for sure. Congrats, Kino. Do you think Janice would have come back if Olivia lived? I feel like they would have wrote her off for a while, but then they would have eventually brought her back. Yeah, I think they would. I don't think they were planning on bringing her back immediately, though. Oh, it's a Wire reference. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't remember every single reference you guys throw my way. Yeah, YouTuber can't refuse a favor on the day of his baby's announcement, for sure. Who is your top 5 most hated characters on TV? So, I don't know how many of you are longtime viewers of this channel, but some of you know if you watch my Boardwalk Empire reactions that I hate the character of Margaret from Boardwalk Empire. I thought that was the character I hated the most in all of television, but someone finally topped it. It's the character Brenda from 6 Feet Under. I stopped watching the show because of Brenda. I cannot stand Brenda. I absolutely hate that character. The way that you know how there's some guys who hate Skylar White, and it's like, I really don't see that. I don't think she's that hateable. That is how I feel about Brenda from 6 Feet Under. I have such a visceral disgust for this character. I cannot stand the way she's written. I cannot stand, her being in the show. I don't like her acting. Everything about this character just rubs me wrong. To the point where she made me stop watching 6 Feet Under. Like, I'm never gonna finish that show because Brenda's in it. So I don't know what to I don't know what to tell you. Like, the worst. The absolute worst. What is your favorite video to make? That's a great question. Probably the Wire retrospective overall, because it was this huge fucking accomplishment that I made that Wire retrospective. Like, I never made a project like that before. That took like over a year to make. I read like 3 or 4 books for it. I just did so much research. I really love how it turned out. David Simon blocked me on Twitter. It was great. It was a great time. My coma dream video. So, like, what did Tony's coma dream mean? That I really enjoyed making that one as well. I did the whole thing in one day. It was great, and I woke up in the morning, started working on it, and by the end of the day, I had it finished. I have a lot of positive memories of that editing experience. So, yeah, those are probably my 2 favorite videos. Kino, have you heard the good news? We already met at Thanksgiving. Who's more obnoxious, Ralphie or Tommy DeVito? Ralphie, for sure. I heard that Vince Gilligan wrote Skylar specifically as hateable because if she was likable, everyone would hate Walt. Yeah, but you're eventually supposed to hate Walt by the end, so I don't know if I buy that. Before I watched The Sopranos, I heard a lot of people saying the season 1 is the worst and the slowest, but to be honest, it was good. No, season 1 is still good. It's just the worst overall of all the seasons. I think the show gets way better starting at season 2. Sopranos civilians are the worst. I don't know if you can like them. What do you mean Sopranos civilians? Like the civilian characters in The Sopranos? Who do you not like that's a civilian? I meant the cops and not the mob guys. Well, I mean, you like Agent Harris by the end, don't you? I like Agent Harris. So I don't know. I don't think the FBI. I mean, maybe Kubitoso. I think there's reason to dislike Kubitoso. I like Skip. Yeah, I think Skip's good. No, 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 not the cops. What cops? Oh, Kuzamano. Oh, okay. You're saying not the cops and not the mobsters. Okay. No Face J for 199. No comment, but thank you for the 199. I appreciate that. Um all the shrink friends and the civilians we encounter come off as a-holes. Um yeah, I guess. I'm trying to think of how many of those there are though. Hmm. No, there's Kuzamano. I assume you're not talking about like Artie, because Artie's a civilian, right? But I assume you're not talking about Artie. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think of who else it would be. Oh yeah, like the doctor. Kennedy, John Kennedy. Um, I hate how The Sopranos is visually stunning in the first seasons, but colorless and bland and dull in the later seasons. Almost like they went to from film to digital. Well, some of that was intentional, right? Like the later seasons are supposed to be darker, but I can understand where you're coming from. I wish someone would edit AJ and Meadow out of the whole series. Oh, you're crazy. Bad take. Bad take there. Did you talk about the big announcement? I missed what it is. Oh, Alex. Oh, my tardy little Alex. I like Danielle Chicolella. Danielle from Whippany. The hardware store guy. What, you mean Christopher's father in law? Who's more evil, Tony or Stringer Bell? Oh, Tony Walt, Tony or Stringer Bell? Probably Stringer Bell. I'd say Stringer Bell is probably the most evil. Although you could make an argument for Walt. They both. Walt poisons a child, but Stringer Bell orders the murder of a child. So I'd probably say Stringer Bell. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Congrats, Kino. Thank you, Mikolash. Thoughts on Sons of Anarchy? I've never seen Sons of Anarchy. I don't have any immediate plans to watch it. Maybe when I do my deep dive of FX, I might. We'll see. Kino, what are your top 5 Gumars in terms of personality and looks? Fascinating. I have a whole video on this. I did a whole live stream where I ranked the waifus. It depends what you mean by Gumars. Because I also included all the wives in that. But if you're speaking specifically of mistresses, I think Valentina is the best overall. But she's not my first choice in terms of just like a woman from the show that I like. My favorite is Charmaine. Charmaine's the best. For sure. Charmaine is the best. But if you're speaking specifically of Gumars, then probably Valentina. We need to make your Discord server lively. Any thoughts? Just talking it more. I mean, is there stuff that I could do to make it more lively? For sure, but I don't really want to. I don't want to make it so like you have to participate in the Discord. The Discord's just there if you guys want to talk about like shows or whatever kind of shit I cover. Um but I don't know if any of you guys want me to do more like activity in there, I can, but I tend to leave it for like a playground for you guys. Like I don't tend to make it a bunch of I also don't want it to be like Borko's server, to be honest, because like Borko's server is like way too fucking active. There's so much going on there, like, and it Discords tend to attract some of the worst people on Earth too. So I don't know how much I want to deal with that. But I don't know. I mean, is there stuff that you guys have seen other YouTubers do to make their Discords more active? Like, should I post like questions like, hey, question for everyone, who's your favorite fucking character on the show? I don't know, that sounds kind of lame to me. OnlyFans? Okay, you're right. I'll start an OnlyFans. We'll do that. Now that I'm having a baby, the baby can edit my OnlyFans too, just like Adriana's son. I wanted to see more of Misty, Meadow's friend from season 1. She hooked up with Coach Hauser. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Are you creeping on some, like, teenage girl from The Sopranos? Oh. No. You're not talking about season 1, Meadow. You're talking about season 4. The girl who was going to the pool with her. That's not season 1, dude. That's season 4. I was like, you're thinking of Allie. The one who Coach Hauser slept with was Allie. Allie Vandermeed. I don't know about this. I don't know about this one, boys. Kino, what's your opinion on Marlo Stanfield? Think he's the best villain on The Wire? No. Not really. My thoughts on Marlo are complicated. I don't love Marlo as a character. I understand what he kind of represents, but I don't really like Marlo that much. I thought Stringer was a more interesting villain than Marlo. Least favorite Sopranos character? That'd be hard for me. I don't know about that one. I like them all. There's no one I hate on The Sopranos. Let me just say that. Rosalie was so hot. Her attitude looks like one of my first crushes. God, she was hot. Yeah, I like Rosalie too. Discord is a glorified chit chat room. Well, so is this stream, buddy, for sure. Kino, watch and review the GOAT of shows, The Shield. I like how it's Phil Leotardo and then Phil Leotardo's ghost. One day. Low-key Discord servers are better. When they get too big, it just becomes people spamming GIFs and trying to get attention. Yeah, I agree. I muted Borko's Discord because I was like, dude, this is way too noisy. They got way too much shit going on here. The Wire is boring and overrated. A disgrace like Vito. God damn, Phil's ghost. Fucking savage. The Wire's great, dog. IDK, to me, Melfi and Charmaine were the only hot women on the show. Really? They're the only? I agree they're both hot, but um you don't like well, okay. Well, if you like Melfi and Charmaine, you kind of like put together women, huh? What about Juliana? Juliana Skiff. You don't like her? Meadows' schizo freshman roommate was the best Gumar. Okay, guys, we gotta talk here. Do you guys do you know what a Gumar is? A Gumar is a mistress. Caitlin, Meadows' roommate, is not a mistress to any of the characters, unless you think Noah banged her. I don't believe that. I don't. There's no evidence in the show to suggest that to me. But unless you somehow believe that Noah banged Caitlin, and then I guess technically she's Noah's Gumar. But Gumar, Caitlin's not a Gumar. She's just a girl on the show. There's just women on the show that are not Gumars. All right, it's like Carmela is not a Gumar. Okay. Gumars are cultural, bro. It's okay in our culture. Don't judge us. No, it's not okay. It's not okay, John Murdoch. Words have meanings, okay? Isn't a Gumar also a girlfriend of a single man? No. That's just a girlfriend. A Gumar is your side chick. These words have fucking meanings, guys. This guy's wife is off camera holding a gun or a bat. Yeah, she's like right here, like the gun's like right here. It's like every girl on the show is a Gumar. No, they're not. That's not what the word means. Oh my god. The D girl you could say was a Gumar, because I mean, Christopher wasn't married per se, but, you know. And the Vegas Gumar, you could say the Vegas girl was a Gumar too. I could accept that. Why didn't you talk about Hunter in the stream of the waifus? Dude, that's David Chase's daughter. Chill, motherfucker. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just didn't put Hunter on there. I don't know. She's barely in the show. She's in like 2 seasons and then 1 episode at the end. Oh. Adriana also has waifu material. Oh, for sure. Adriana's a top tier waifu. Juliana? Can't remember who that was. Oh shit, we got a casual in the chat here, guys. This casual doesn't know who Juliana Skiff was. It was the real estate agent that Tony wanted to sleep with, but then he didn't, and then Christopher slept with her instead. That's Juliana. I'm just kidding, by the way, calling you a casual. Melfi and Carmela are the best MILFs ever. I'd also throw Rosalie and Charmaine in there, but yeah, true. Kino's top 5 Gumars. I just fucking said this. I can't believe the Hasidic homeboy banged Meadow and then stole her bike. Yeah. Yeah, Noah was definitely doing that. Gloria? Oh, you like the crazy ones, huh? You're our Gumar. I am, aren't I? I am a Gumar, huh? I'm taking you guys away from your wives and loved ones and making you pay attention to my fucking stream. So I am a Gumar. I get that. Yes, here Eric posted the description in the chat. Pedantic, LOL. Welcome to my channel, bro. This is the pedant channel. Paulie is the only mobster Paulie is the only mobster, is the only guy not married in Sopranos. No, Uncle Junior's not married too. Talk about pedantic, huh? Right there, huh? But anyway, the hottest Kumar is Gloria. I'd still say Valentina, but agree to disagree. Kino, gotta go. Congrats on all your success. Best Sopranos YouTuber. Remember the little moments. Thank you, Are You Digitized? I appreciate it. Gumar is a secret girlfriend. No, Gumar can be pretty public. Give me a break. I've been away for 20 years. You're a man, Nico Sen. Nico Senpai? Oh, Niku Senpai. That's what your name is. I get it. 8 is Baron. Angie is the best waifu. I don't like Angie's attitude in the later seasons. She's a little full of herself. We could adopt. I wonder whatever happened to Kennedy and Heidi. They just drove away and they just never reported that they killed some. Well, technically they didn't kill someone, but they just didn't report that they caused an accident. What bitches? They didn't even stop. Like, fuck those girls. Do you like Mad Men a lot? I do. I do really like Mad Men. Crazy is hot though. I mean, I had this whole fucking argument with you guys when we did the waifu stream, but I don't find Crazy hot. I want like stability. I want to just not have to deal with bullshit. I don't know how guys have time to deal with this shit. I don't have enough time in the day for that. No dealing with Crazy. No dealing with Crazy. Why didn't Jackie Jr. ever buddy up with Matt and Sean? They probably didn't even know each other. I mean, Jackie's literally not even introduced until... Well, I should take that back. He's introduced the episode before... No, right. Jackie Jr. is not even introduced until Matt and Sean are already dead. I've been watching you for a while. Thank you, Lockjaw. Appreciate that. You are the best, Gumar. You and your cute cheeks. Oh, thank you. You like my chipmunk cheeks? Or are you talking about the other ones, huh? Which cheeks are you talking about there? Keep your hands within eye lines. I don't trust you not to be jacking it. Fuck you. You hear that? You hear what I'm doing? I'll jack it on stream anytime I want to. This is my stream. Uncle Junior is kind of a romantic guy. He rejects Bing girls from Tony. Clearly he wants an emotional connection. It's true. And he also eats pussy, so yeah, he's a catch for sure. I feel like Kelly Aprio should have been on the show more. Yeah, that would have been cool, but I mean, what are they gonna do with her? She's not a mobster. What are they gonna do with her? Is that discarded plot point where they made Junior a pedo real? No. This bugs me about not just the Sopranos community, but this bugs me about a lot of communities. People see something on Reddit and they just accept it as true. There was no source on that script where it says Junior was a pedophile. It could have been true. I don't know if it was true or not, but it was just a fucking PDF of a script with no watermarks on it. There's nothing that's like Silver Cup Studios, you know, from the office of David Chase. It's just like Many Saints of Newark script by David Chase. Like, someone could have just fucking typed that up. Like, you guys can't just accept something posted on Reddit as fact unless there is evidence to back it up. You have to look at sources. You have to look at like a blank PDF that has no watermarks on it or anything like that is not acceptable fact, okay? So, no, I don't believe that. Until I have solid evidence, I don't believe that plot point. And it's not that I'm trying to defend Junior or something, like I care. I don't give a shit. It's just, like, there has to be proof. You can't believe something until there's proof. Yeah, people just see anything nowadays and run with it. It really bugs me. It happens on Twitter all the time. It happens on Reddit. Someone just posts something and everyone's like, I can't believe this. And then like 20 comments later or something, someone's like, oh, you know this is fake, right? And they're like, oh, shit. But they've already ran with it. You have to fucking have evidence. There was nothing stopping someone from just typing up that script, saving it as a PDF, going on to Reddit. I mean, like, guys, look, I found a script. Okay, where's the watermarks? Where's the stuff that proves this was a legitimate script? Paulie is the best waifu. True. Johnny's sex wife is extremely stable. Immovable, some might say. Clout Evader, that's a good one. That was really funny. Good job, brother. I'm here. What's the big announcement? Sorry, Zeno, you missed it. We're never gonna talk about it again. No one tell these late ass fools what the announcement was, okay? Sorry. You missed out. That's because Ginny didn't have that's because Ginny didn't have to move for nobody. That's good. That's a good one too. Vito Jr. was sold on the market. That's why we never see him again. Yeah, that boys camp they sent him to was yeah, he got shipped to some Saudi guy. If Meadow, AG, or Carmelo would have started to inform and Tony had found out, would he have considered killing them? No, Tony would never kill his family. You should only trust basket weaving forums. As long as it's underwater, true. Kino doing me dirty. I'm watching you on 2 devices, my laptop, and I'm replying on my phone, LMAO. Alright, Zeno, since you're giving me 2 views, since you're giving me double views, I guess I'll tell you what the announcement was. I'm having a baby. There's going to be a baby Kino in the world. So, since you gave me 2 views, since you subscribe with 2 accounts, if you guys know the donkey video, I'll tell you. Yeah, you shouldn't be late to the sit down so you don't miss the announcement. True. True. It's like Chris tells Michael, always get to a job 2 hours early. Dead internet theory, yeah. There is no one on the internet. It's just Zeno on 100,000 devices, just commenting on everything. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. He's becoming a responsible adult. He's not a part of the guys anymore. No, I'm still a fuck up. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that. I'll still be fucking up plenty. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. The Americans? I've never seen The Americans. I know what it is, but I've never seen it. Congrats on Kino Jr. Thank you, Phil. Little Kino. Little Kino is what we're going to call the baby. Just don't forget about Pearl Harbor, my friend. How could I forget about Pearl Harbor when I'm the one who did it? Hey, are you Christopher Moltisanti from computer science class? You idiot. That wasn't a computer science class. That was the stockbroker exam. Look at this casual, doesn't even know that the Asian guy posing as Christopher Moltisanti was taking his stockbroker's exam. He's out here saying computer science class. Get this casual out of here. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just breaking your balls, all right? Congrats on the pregnancy. How long until we get the little crumb snatcher earning? Probably a few years. Probably give it a few years. There'll be a top earner for sure. No baby vlogs. I'm not vlogging any of that shit, but I don't know. We'll see how things go. The Sacred and the Propane. Terrence Winter versus Matt Weiner, post-Sopranos career, which was better? Matt Weiner wrote a better show. Mad Men is better than Boardwalk Empire. But Terrence has had more projects, so, you know, pick and choose your poison. Would Tony have killed his sister if she started to inform? Maybe. I don't know about that. Nah, Kino is the hitman that was hired to kill Ralph. True. Stone Cold Kino. I think they would kill anyone who was informing. I don't think so. I don't think they'd kill family. Quasimodo predicted this stream. From fuck. Thank you, fuck. How are you allowed to have that as a username, by the way? How is it I'm not allowed to curse in the beginning of my videos, but this guy can be over here with fuck as his username? Five fake dollars. €5. Is that a euro? I think that's a euro. Thank you, fuck, for the €5. How much more betrayal can I take? Bruh, how did your wife not suffocate from the weight? Are you calling me fat? God damn. I've been losing weight lately. I've been hitting the gym, dude. I'm going to my first Muay Thai class next week. I still do need to lose more weight, but I'm doing pretty well, guys. I've been hitting the gym pretty good lately. So definitely put The Americans on your short list of shows to explore one day. What network is The Americans even on? Like Showtime? I actually don't even know what network it's on. Buttfucker 3000. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for the 99 cents. Buttfucker. How are you guys allowed to have these usernames? YouTube demonetizes my video when I put Adriana kneeling in front of Tony Soprano. No nudity. That video gets demonetized. These guys out here could be like Buttfucker 3000. Oh my gosh. Oh, Zeno, you're 23. Brother, don't even fucking worry about it, dude. I'm way older than you. Don't worry. Don't have kids till you're in your 30s. Or late 20s at the very least. don't don't worry about it, bro. You got plenty of time. Or don't have kids. You don't need to have kids. But you're 23 years old. You're barely out of college, or I don't know if you went to college or not, but don't worry, but you got so much time, brother. No, having kids that young is terrible. Don't think about, yeah, you're still going to college. Don't even think about having kids until you're, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, but I would say late 20s at the least. I wouldn't have it before your late 20s. 23 is just a kid, yes. No memes aside. No, like, 43-year-old kid. Like, yeah, you got so much time. You got your whole life ahead of you. Just focus on doing what you want. Before and way before. Yeah, true. Average Discord server be like, hey, no one's grooming any kids in here, so this isn't a Discord server. Who would you want to room with less, Schillinger or Adebisi? That's a hard one. Probably Adebisi. I don't know. I mean, both are gonna try to do stuff, but only one of them's gonna try to carve a swastika into me. So, probably Adebisi, and I think I could survive with Adebisi. I think I could. Schillinger though would get his Aryan Brotherhood to fuck me up. So, I think I could work out a friendship with Adebisi. I think we could come to an understanding that left my rectum intact. Kino, I really like your Mike and Jimmy Friends video. I hope you make more Better Call Saul videos because they're my favorite. I will make more Better Call Saul videos in the future. Yeah, Boardwalk is definitely a lower tier show for sure. I feel like AJ, dude, I'm so cooked. No, come on, guys. You young guys like this, don't do that thing where you're like given to like despair and like everyone's so much more ahead of me and I'm a loser. I know people like this, dude. Don't give into this. No matter where you are in life right now, you're doing great. Okay? You're doing great, dude. I don't care if you don't have a girlfriend. I don't care if you're not where you are with your career. I don't care if you aren't where you are with your family. Whatever you feel like this. Don't do this. I see young men all the time feeling like this way. They're like, everyone's so much more ahead of me. I'm a loser. I can't. I felt that way when I was your age, Zeno. I felt that way when I was young. Don't feel that way. Just focus on doing what you need to do. Just focus on accomplishing your goals. Don't give into give into despair or like depression. I really feel like there might be some of you guys who look up to me a little bit. I don't think you should because I'm a fuck up, but there might be some of you guys who maybe because I'm a YouTuber or whatever, you might be like, oh, look at this guy, what he's accomplished. Brother, I was nowhere 5 years ago. We're talking about the 5-year anniversary of the stream. I was nowhere. I was unemployed. I was in a relationship with my wife at the time, so I had, I'm grateful I had that going on. But I was nowhere. I was fired. I was depressed, unemployed. I thought, like, I'm the biggest loser on earth, too. Like, a lot of you guys probably feel this way. But how you succeed in life and how you do well is you just keep going. You just don't look around at everyone else around you. Just be like, what can I do for myself here? And just work on something for myself. And I started the YouTube channel, got no views on my videos, but I just kept going. And I found some accidental success with my Sopranos videos. So, I see way too many young people, and it's not just young, man, it's young women too, but I've seen so many young people basically feel like they're losers. They're not, because they see on Instagram, on YouTube, whatever, all these people my age who are millionaires and fucking whatever, and it's like, dude, don't look at other people's plates. Just focus on yourself. Just try to do the best you can in life, and no matter where you are succeeding, my friend. You are fucking succeeding at life. You're alive. You're doing stuff. You might feel trapped, lockjaw. Well, then make some steps to get around there, but don't feel like you're a loser. That mentality is toxic. You are succeeding, whatever you're doing right now. I know I got a donation from Fuck. I will go back to that, but I really need to stress this point here for a minute, okay? Like, we as a society right now are way too, like, concerned about what everyone else is doing and judging ourselves from that. I've yet to experience the world. Lockjaw, everyone else has yet to experience the world. I fucking haven't experienced the world. I've been to a couple of places, but, like, stop. Again, you feel this way because you're looking at other people and being like, oh, look at this Instagram guy. He's all over the world. He's banging hot chicks. He's a millionaire. I'm just sitting at home in my hometown or whatever. You know, I don't have a job or girlfriend or whatever you're kind of comparing yourself to. Everyone is like that. Okay? I was sitting, again, 5 years ago, I was sitting at home unemployed thinking I'm the biggest fucking loser on earth. Don't have a job. You know, I don't have any success. I wanted to be a creative my whole life, and nothing's ever worked out. I've never had any sort of creative success. And then I just started making the channel and just, you know, doing the best I can, not getting views on some stuff. And then I found, again, some accidental success. But you just got to stop looking at other people and being like, I want to be like them, and just start being like, I'm just going to do my best here. Like, next week, I'm going to start going to my first Muay Thai class. I'm terrible. I'm not in good shape, guys. I'm not particularly strong. I'm not a good athlete. I'm like skinny fat. But I'm going to go, and I'm not going to be the best. I'm going to kind of suck, but I'm just going to work on it. And I'm not going to compare myself to my UFC idols who I want to be like. I want to be like George St. Pierre. I think he's the fucking baddest dude on the planet. I'm not going to ever be like that. I'm not going to ever be a top athlete. I suck at it. But I'm going to go and I'm just going to work at it. I'm going to try to get 1% better, you know, every week. And then over the next few years, I'll have, if I keep at it, I'm consistent, I might be okay at it one day. Just like YouTube, 5 years later, I'm okay, right? There are so many bigger YouTubers than me. There's so many bigger people than me. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm happy with what I have, and, you know, could I look around at other people and be like, oh my god, this other YouTuber who does television videos has so many more subscribers and so many more views? No, but it's okay. Whatever you're doing, you're succeeding, as long as you're just trying. And so just don't compare yourself to other people, and don't feel bad about yourself, please. Everyone feels like they're losers. There's that Tony Soprano quote where he says, I got the world by the balls and I can't stop feeling like I'm a fucking loser. I feel like a loser every single day, guys. Like, I feel like, oh man, like, you know, I there's so many other people who are doing like way better, but you just can't think that way. Like just stop comparing yourself, just work hard, do your best, and you're going to get so much farther than just looking at other people's plates. So, rant over. I don't know if that was annoying or cringy what I just said, but I see so many young people who act like that. They're like, everyone else is so much better than me. I'm such a loser. And it's like, no, you're not. Okay? Everyone's just trying to make their way in this world. Just do your best, and be happy with what you get, right? Just be happy with what you have. That's the key to happiness in life. I'm not saying don't try for more, but just look around you, man. Appreciate where you're at. Appreciate what you have. You have, obviously, access to the internet and my stream. So you're doing better than some people in some other countries who can't even have that. So everyone's fine. Everyone's doing fine. We're all okay. We're all gonna make it, as the you guys know that meme. We're all gonna make it. So hopefully I helped out some people with that. Okay, fuck. I'm sorry. I need to go back to your thing here. If Christopher flew into your room on a glider and asked you to take his hand, would you? Oh, for sure, yes. I'd let him take me to Neverland, with all the other Lost Boys. Yes. You needed to save this part of the, you need to save this part of the stream and upload it. Well, I'm gonna leave the stream up, so hopefully you guys can do it. But thank you, Xeno Jam, I appreciate it. But just hang in there, brothers and sisters. I always say brothers because I don't know. I just assume most of you are guys, but I know there's some women here too. So sisters, brothers, we're all gonna make it, okay? Uncle Kino for the win. Yes, I'm your uncle. All right. Are you training judo? That's awesome. I want to learn judo one day. You really helped me out. I'm glad, man. Like I said, I'm the same way as you guys. I feel like, oh man, I'm like I could be doing so much more. I could be so much better. But I'm just, just take it one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time. Women in the stream? Oh my god. Oh. I did boxing myself. That's good stuff. Boxing's based too, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I tried my first jiu-jitsu class. I might have told you guys on another stream, but I'm just not flexible. I've been working on the flexible. I've been exercising and stretching every day, but it's hard. I'm just not a flexible guy. So I'm gonna try Muay Thai and see how that works. 'Cause I think, stand up might be a little easier on me to start out with. But I like to go back to jiu-jitsu one day. But that's martial arts and physical activity is kind of my thing now, where I feel insecure, where I'm like, oh man, I'd love to be a tough, I'd like to be able to handle myself and not be like, if an altercation broke out, I'm scared, because right now I'm a total pussy. But I'm like, well, let's go train a little bit, and I know I'm not going to be good for fucking years, but we'll start the journey and we'll see where we get. I'll probably never be good, but we'll start, so it's okay. Tony, Kino, why did Tony and Hesh become distant from each other? Was it deliberate or poor writing? Deliberate. Tony was losing all his friends in the final season. Just do Aikido like Steven Seagal. You don't even need to get out of your chair. Yeah, Steven Seagal, baddest motherfucker on the planet. Was Uncle Philly really a Fanuc? Yes. Yes, he was. Yeah, because since 2, I loved pro wrestling, so I wanted to learn wrestling at 13. I began to train judo and wrestling in high school. That's awesome. I took karate and jiu-jitsu for a semester in college, but sadly it wasn't enough to get me through a fight. It might have stuck with me more if I kept up with it. It was only 4 months. Well, Xeno, you're 4 months ahead of me. So however much knowledge you have more than I do right now. I went to 1 jiu-jitsu class, so that's an area where you're doing better than I am so far. So I'm gonna go to the class. I'm gonna do my best and just try my best to just learn as much as I can. But 4 months is better than nothing, right? I mean, it's like it's all aggregate, right? Oh. I'll probably wrap things up in another 5 minutes here, guys. Kino is being based Based God. Do you think Tony would have eventually killed Bobby? I don't think he was trying to kill Bobby. I think he needed Bobby right now. In the future, that might change, but I don't think so. Speaking of that, was you ever a wrestling fan? You mean professional wrestling? The WWE? I appreciate what they do, but no, it's not for me. I'm a UFC guy all day. Like, I'm hardcore into the UFC. Well, not hardcore, but I'm really into the UFC. Are you Filipino? A lot of people ask me that. I'm Mexican and Chinese and Japanese, which sort of makes me a Filipino if you think about it. But no, I'm those three things I just said. Honestly, Kino, I go back and rewatch your Breaking Bad content. I feel like we got to know your personality through those vids. There was more of me in there than the Soprano logs for sure. Yeah, I cut a little more loose than normal during those. I did a lot more jokes with like the editing. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but the box cutter episode, when he starts to cut his throat, and I cut to that Billy and Mandy cartoon. Or do you guys remember when Mike takes Jesse, when Jesse's being a drug addict, and Mike takes him on the car ride with him, and Jesse's like, I'm the guy, and then Mike's like, you're not the guy, you're not capable of being the guy, and then I cut to Spy Kids, Spy Kids 3, where they're in the video game, and then it's Frodo, the actor who played Frodo. He's like, he's not the guy, I'm the guy from the poster. I don't know if you guys ever saw Spy Kids, but I like doing those little editing jokes in there. They're funny for me. I love UFC. My all-time favorite fighter is Nate Diaz or Royce Gracie. Damn, you're like an old school guy. My favorite is George St. Pierre. I love George St. Pierre. But of the active guys right now, it's Alex Pereira. And it's hard to say who's beyond there. I like Ilya Topuria. I think he's really good. I like Charles Oliveira. I'm rooting for both of them in their upcoming fight. I like DDP. Dricus Duplessis. I love that guy. He's amazing. Dricus might be my favorite active guy right now. I love Dricus a lot. It's still funny, you know, Billy and Mandy, that's considered a classic now. I know, right? That's one we grew up with. Why do you think no one brings up Walt trying to grape Skylar in the kitchen? It seems like a transformational moment that no one talks about. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into a whole thing about that with 1 minute left on the stream here, but that would require a very nuanced discussion about what happened during that scene. It's a heavy topic that I just don't want to get into right now. But yeah, it's a dark moment. My current favorites are Shavkat Rakhmonov and Bilal Muhammad. Dude, you actually like Bilal Muhammad? That's crazy. He's one of the least liked fighters for his style. I like Shavkat a lot. Bilal put on a good fight earlier this month. But yeah, I don't like Bilal. I don't dig his style. No Ariane Lipsky. No, Zhang Weili. Okay. I love Zhang Weili. Like, literally, like, I know there's a lot of people who don't like women's MMA. Zhang Wei Li could headline a main card for me and no other title fights on the line, I'd still be happy because she is so fucking great. She is like so entertaining. She's the best female fighter in the world to me right now. And I really hope they have her fight Valentina Shevchenko. I like Valentina a lot too, but if Zhang Wei Li could achieve double champ status, that make me so happy. She's so awesome. She's incredible. Hi Kino, happy 5th anniversary. My first video of you was a review of the Sopranos episode Boca. That's cool. The one about eating pussy. 1 minute left on the stream. If there were flies on YouTube, they'd be paying rent. Well, in the beginning of the show, Walt used sex to make him feel alive after dangerous situations, and the kitchen scene was the last time he did that. I think he realized he crossed the line. Yeah, for sure. I do find him to be an unpredictable fighter, and I dig that. Bilal? I feel bad for Bilal. He seems like a nice guy, but I just don't find him that entertaining, both outside of the octagon and inside the octagon. Now, Jack Della Maddalena, I don't know how exciting he is. He seems like a very chill, low-key guy, but we'll see how he does against Islam. I think Islam's going to win, though, for sure. I really don't see how he loses. Jack's a good boxer, but Islam's ground game is just so advanced. Like, I just don't think he can lose. Not against a striker. I just don't see how he could lose against a striker. I will never forgive her for losing to Nami Yunez. As a European MMA fan, watching the Esparza fight after an all-nighter was torture. Yeah, I mean, it's clear Weili is better than Rose, right? Like, she just is. But it's just for some reason Rose had the counter to her. They fought twice. She won both of them. I'm not going to argue that. Rose has just something in her to counter Zhang Wei Li. But overall, if you look at her as a fighter, just Weili's just so much better. It's just not comparable. It's just like rock, paper, scissors. But in this case, it's just it worked out in Rose's favor. I do appreciate Vince Gilligan for not making Walt some kind of ladies' man, unlike every other anti-hero show. Yeah, that was very deliberate. Oh, cannot wait. Can't wait for the next fight. It's gonna be so exciting. Well, actually, wait. The next fight is Merab versus Sean O'Malley, which might not even happen now because Merab's toe is broken. So they might sub Merab out. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, thank you for stopping by here. All right, last one from Couchbum, because Couchbum asked, who would win, Tony B or Nucky Thompson? Tony B. I don't think we see Nucky Thompson ever fight on the show, do we? Plus, Nucky's a lot older than Tony B. So I'd give it to Tony B. Here's to another 5 years in fatherhood, and may the luck of the Irish be with you, Kino. Thank you, David Smythe. Hopefully it's not Conor McGregor's luck of the Irish, but but yeah, I appreciate that. Have a nice day. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you, John Murdoch. I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day, and I will talk to you again soon. Oh, and also, Big Pussy video coming out on Monday. Check that out. Monday it's going to be out. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.